Hey, how's it going? This is an introduction to a video that I wanted to make for ages, basically. So, when I first started Colorways, I applied for some funding, and I applied for some funding from a company called Firstport, who basically give money to social enterprises in Scotland. And last year, I was awarded 5 grand from them, right, which was amazing. I kind of explain it in this video. So, this video that I'm making just now is like the introduction, and I just need to give some background story because I don't really give it in these videos. And I made them back in March, right? So I made these videos on the 24th of March, and I've just still never posted them. I've never even announced, right? So basically, I applied for this funding. So the first funding was called Start It, and the second funding is called Build It. And the Build It was actually for 25 grand, right? So this video that you're about to watch is me preparing and practicing. It's literally the day that I was, so I had to give a pitch, right? So I had to create a 12-page business plan and a 2-year cash flow projection. And if you're sitting there going, what the fuck does that mean? I was the exact same. I didn't have a fucking clue. So I also had to make a pitch. So I also had to do like a presentation and explain my idea. And this is the video you're about to watch is me practicing for that, right? So it's like a recording of a Zoom that I took of myself. And then there's another video. So this is part one. And then there's going to be another video, which is part two, which kind of explains a wee bit more about it. But basically, this video is just me practicing. So what you're about to see is me in my studio preparing to pitch an idea for 25 grand, right? This is how I prepared for that on the morning of the pitch, right? And I really like it. I really like this video, and I just want to share it with people because you might get something from it. I feel as though if I found this video online, I would have got something from it. So I'm just going to put it out there. I've not put it out for ages because I'm kind of nervous about it, and I feel a bit like, oh, I don't know. There's just something about it that feels strange, right? But I think it's just fear, to be honest. And I've got signs everywhere that say push into the fear. So I'm just going to push into it and do it. So I watch part one, and then I'll upload part two next week or something. And I hope if you need to hear this, then I hope you get something from it. See if you're just heavy interested in like the graffiti walking tours or whatever. You might not get much from this. I don't know. Maybe you will, but you might not. So just a warning, basically, Ryan. Again, that's a wee bit of fear there. Like, oh, don't hate me for putting this video out. But I just want to put it out there because it might be useful to somebody, and I like it. So check it out. Cheers. So this is my wee practice pitch, I guess. I'm just gonna go through it. I'm testing out. I've got my iPad in front of me, but you can't see it. So hopefully it's gonna be all right. I'm slightly worried that might fall down. I'm wearing a shirt. It's got Che Guevara on it. It's also got Salvador Dali. You know how we do. So, this is it. This is the day that I fucking get some fat stacks of cash, which is going to be pretty crazy. So, I've got such a pure shiny heat on this in this light, man. Like, hopefully the sun kind of goes. It's just too bright. And I'm like here, maybe that's slightly better, but then I can't read, so I need to be like here. So here goes, right? So this is just me practicing. Imagine I'm on Zoom just now. Maybe I'll just hide other people and it'll just be like this. So I'll be like, hi, my name is Panda and I run Colourways Glasgow Community Interest Company. Colourways supports and promotes street art and graffiti in Glasgow. We curate murals, host walking tours, have an online shop for selling artwork, and we also host street art and graffiti workshops for young people across the city. We believe that street art and graffiti are powerful tools for social change. By creating new murals around the city, we hope to inspire a future generation of artists while also bringing new life to forgotten or underused parts of the city. By hosting our workshops and walking tours, we also aim to bring more awareness to the culture behind these art forms, which is often overlooked. Street art and graffiti are a great source of empowerment, and they provide a creative outlet for people who are disenfranchised by more traditional forms of art. I discovered graffiti at the age of 10, 21 years ago. My mum bought me a skateboard, and my first time skating, I met a group of boys who were all graffiti writers. They gave me the name Panda that same day. Since then, graffiti and street art have been a constant focus in my life. They've provided me with so much inspiration, and I'm forever in awe of the huge variety of talented artists who take part in these art forms. I dabbled with painting at a very young age, but didn't really have the self-confidence to take it seriously. I stayed well connected within the local graffiti community, but was always more of a fan than an active participant. In June 2017, however, I decided I was going to paint again. I had felt this desire for many years, and I wanted to finally take part and not just stand on the sidelines. Since then, I have been an active member of the Glasgow graffiti and street art community, and it was this decision that led me here today. I focused on creating my own artwork for about 2 years, but I could sense a desire for something more. When I was younger, I was part of a youth group called Volition. This was created by Darren Loki McGarvey, and it had a huge impact on my life. The community and collective empowerment the project brought to all involved is something that I still hold very close to my heart. I believe it was this feeling that I wanted to find again. This led me to create Colourways, which will help to empower artists across the city while also encouraging more people to get involved in these art forms. Last year, I was awarded the Startup Award in April, and this enabled me to set up Colourways as a social enterprise. At the time, I was the manager of a busy skateboard shop in the city centre of Glasgow. This, on paper, was my dream job. However, my heart was pulling me elsewhere. In August last year, I made the decision to leave this permanent position to focus on Colourways full time. This wouldn't have been possible without the Startup Award, so I am eternally grateful for that opportunity and support. I have a strong vision for my business, and I believe that it will bring real and lasting change to the city. I was fortunate enough to live in Melbourne for 2 years in my early 20s, and this had a big impact on how I view street art and graffiti. The city there has embraced these cultures, and the streets are vibrant and alive with colour. I believe Glasgow has the potential to be the next big street art city, and I am determined to help make that a reality. Colourways currently has 4 elements: mural curation, workshops, an online store, and walking tours. Mural curation was the initial reason for starting our project. Over the course of the year, we have provided artists with paid opportunities to create their own artwork in the streets of the city. This has helped provide a sense of legitimacy and agency for these artists, as some of them have been overlooked by more established arts organisations. The murals have also helped to brighten up areas that have been underused or neglected. Bringing colour to these spaces brings a new lease of life and encourages new footfall to the area. Over the course of the pandemic, people have been unable to visit art galleries and museums as easily as they used to. Our murals can help to provide much needed creative inspiration and are totally free and accessible to all. Street art has the ability to uplift people, develop pride within communities, and also improve mental health. We have also been working with the G20 Youth Festival in Maryhill. This is a youth-led organisation which supports young people from the local area. We have been hosting graffiti workshops and doing one-to-one mentoring with some of the young people there. While working with G20, we have taken part in training with the Scottish Violence Reduction Unit. This training has focused on building a trauma-informed approach to working. By implementing this training, Colourways will offer a new approach and a fresh ethos to promoting street art and graffiti in the city. Our aim is to focus on building relationships and help young people develop their own creative practices. Having first-hand experience with addiction, we understand how beneficial having a creative outlet can be. We will use a trauma-informed approach and help provide advice and support for young people and adults who may also be struggling with these issues. Our online store was set up to create a platform where artists could sell their own products. This was due to the lack of galleries or shops that specialise in this type of work. It is our hope that this will become the focal point for the local community and will help to create a wider audience for each individual artist. Lastly, in response to isolation brought by the pandemic, we created virtual graffiti and street art walking tours to help people feel connected to their surroundings, discovering the history of Glasgow and showcasing their work across the city. Once lockdown eased, we conducted in-person walking tours. These tours were extremely successful and the people who participated gave us great feedback. They told us that they really enjoyed learning more about the history of these art forms, and many commented that they didn't realise graffiti had so much depth to it, which is exactly why we want to do these tours. We need the Build It Award because it will help to make our dreams, it will enable us to make our dreams a reality. If we were given the funding, it would enable us to continue all of the elements above, while also allowing us to open a community space. This space will be used to host bi-monthly exhibitions and will provide space to host workshops for young people and community events, which will further increase the social impact our organisation can make. The market for graffiti and street art grows every day. It is a global art movement, and if we look at cities like Melbourne and London, we can see the potential for growth within this sector. By having our 4 core elements, we are confident our enterprise will be sustainable.
These elements allow us to generate income in a variety of ways while still working towards our goal of a more colourful city. We believe Glasgow has only recently started to see the true potential of these art forms, and with this, demand will continue to grow over the coming years. By nurturing the grassroots of this community, we will encourage and support future artists within the city, which we believe is the best way to avoid the city becoming stagnant and will increase the longevity of the work that we do. We have 4 core aims: to create public works of art that inspire and empower the local community, transforming underused and neglected areas around the city into vibrant public art galleries; to create safe spaces for artists to create work without fear of recrimination or vilification, encouraging freedom of expression within the city; to empower young people and emerging artists by providing street art and graffiti focused workshops and mentorships; and finally, to cultivate relationships locally and internationally with the aim of placing Glasgow on the map as a top street art city within this thriving global art movement. This award would have a huge impact on our ability to work towards these aims. It would provide financial security, which would enable us to push into the unknown. On a personal level, I grew up in a single parent household where financial insecurity was a prevalent factor. I have spent most of my life worried about money, and this has had a huge impact on my ability to dream and plan for the future. When you're stressed about money and your next payday, it can have a negative psychological impact on your life. Since 2017, I have worked hard to create a buffer for myself. I have found that with a small buffer of my own savings, it has enabled me to remove some of the negative thinking patterns I had due to financial insecurity. This buffer has allowed me to feel confident in myself and my own ideas, which has been invaluable while starting Colourways. If I was able to receive this funding, it would create even more financial stability and add to my growing confidence. Having the support of First Sport has been such a big help on this journey, and the continued support is something I will always value very highly. I would like to end with something I read on Twitter yesterday. It was a story about a community library in Uruguay. The thread explained how the locals were benefiting from this space and how a small community was starting to form around the use of the library. The last bit of the thread really struck a chord with me. The tweet said, "This place wasn't built by neighbours getting together demanding a library. It was built by a passionate librarian with a vision. I say that because you can create culture by inviting participants into your singular vision. Build it and they will come." This quote speaks to me on a deep level, and I hope from this pitch you can see that I'm passionate and I have a vision. With this funding, I can build it and they will come. Thank you. Give me the money, give me the money, give me the money, give me the money, give me the money. Who's getting the money? Who's getting the money? So that's my pitch, I guess, right? And I guess I've kind of worked hard on it, right? I'm nervous because I don't feel as though I know my numbers enough, but like, I don't know. I feel as though I've fucking created a 2-year cash flow projection, which I'm pretty happy with, and I understand how it works, I guess. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not like, I don't like know like the profit margin and all this shit. Do you know what I mean? But I feel as though that's pretty fucking advanced for me. So I know the basics, and that's where I'm at, right? And it's my first year of business, and I've never done this before. So I'm actually feeling very good about it now that I've done that video. So this is nice. I'm glad that I've got this because there's just something about it. Oh, wow. Imagine I get the money, man. Like, imagine I actually get it. It'll be, I actually had in my pitch before, I said it'll be life-changing for me, which I've took out, but I'm just happy that I'm seeing it here. It will be life-changing for me. It'll be totally fucking, it'll be amazing. It'll be so good. Like, if I can just have this money, it's like people believing in me, and I believe in myself, basically. I just feel as though I can do it. I feel as though I can actually fucking do this, man. Like, how amazing would that be? I really care about it. I really do. I want this to work, basically, because I think I can help people, and it's helping me. It's helping me so much. I feel as though I'm like, I feel every time I kind of speak about it, I go like that, and I want to be like, aye. just want to be dead proud of myself. I'm dead proud of myself already. Like, it's fucking mental, man. Like, let's end on a high note, right? Because I fucking need the energy. So my tune, it will be my tune. Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now, express yourself. Whatever you do, do it good. Oh, I feel it, I feel it. Whatever you do, Lord, Lord, do it good. Oh yeah. It's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing. It's what you're doing when you're doing what you look like you're doing. Express yourself. Express yourself. Fly. Doing it on the moon, y'all. That's what it's all about, right? It's all about the fucking. It's all about self-expression for me, do you know what I mean? It's about expressing yourself, and I think this is going to allow me to express myself, and also it's going to enable me to help other people express themselves, and that's my why, basically. Right? I was reading Tragic O'Hara's Chasing the Walrus book this morning, and I fucking love it. I love being around people that are just inspiring. Like, we're so lucky in this world. There is so many people doing so many amazing things, and it's just like, wow, they're heavy going for it, so we're just blessed in that way. And I think that it's just so class that we're just fucking able to do it, man. Like, my face is pure oversaturated, man. It's like shiny heat. It's throwing me off. But express yourself, man. Like, yeah. Express yourself. Express yourself. Oh. G-man. He's just like, so he's just flexing. He's just like, whoa, here we fucking go. Time. So it's the energy I need for the day, man. Like, it's happening, Brian. It's good, man. Like, so as much as I've got a fucking mental face, like, oversaturated, the light is crazy. It's because I'm so pale. But thank you very much, because this is where it's at. Do you know what I mean? This is the fucking moment that everything fucking. It's alright. It's not even the moment that everything changes, right? Because the fucking moment was ages ago. Do you know what I mean? The moment fucking I was born, everything changed, right? That's the fucking reality of this shit, right? It's the moment you're born, everything changes, but we just need to understand how to unlock it. And I feel as though I've been unlocking it slowly but surely, and this is going to help me. Today is going to fucking help me like fuck to just unlock it, do you know what I mean? You will not be able to plug in. It's not going to be televised, mate. Like. You will not be able to lose yourself on Stag and skip out for beer during commercials, because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox and 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws Another absolute fucking boss right there. Right, this is going to be class, man. I'm fucking feeling it today, man. Like, let's do it, man. Buzzing.